Hello, and welcome to the Pretty Twisted Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, and this is my little corner of the universe where I share all about what I have been making with yarn. I'm primarily a yarn dyer. I'm the owner and dyer behind Pretty Twisted Yarns. I am a knitter, and I also delve into other crafts from time to time. I have a circular sock machine. I sometimes crochet, although not recently. But this is episode number 26. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back time and time again to see what I'm blabbing on about. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. Let me know in the comments below how you found my channel. I'd be super interested to know. Today I'm going to be sharing some whips and hose. I have a giveaway winner to announce and another giveaway that I'm doing this episode. I'm going to be talking about everything that is going to be going into the shop update at prettytwistedyarns.com tomorrow, June 9th at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So it is going to be a fun episode. I have a lot to share with you guys. So let's just jump in, shall we? I got whips and hose. The first hoe I have is a sock. This is a sock that I dye, and the colorway is called Almost Famous, and the accent color is called All Grown Up. This is a 64 stitch sock. I did a little pop of color here at the top. This is something that I've learned from Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. I did an afterthought heel and a rounded toe. I use these stitch markers to I put one every 10 rounds. That way I don't have to go back and count my rows. So, very convenient. One hoe, boop, boop, boop. And I cast on the second sock. So yeah, like I said, these are 64 stitch sock, knit on ChiaoGoo 32-inch circular US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. And this is how much I have done. Not much, but I'm obsessed with how this is knitting up. Super fun. And then this is the little mini All Grown Up. It blows out every time. I don't even know how to photograph that color. It's so hard to photo. Oh my goodness. So that's mostly what I've been working on this week. I hope to get this pair of socks off my needles by next week, and it will be pair number 2 for summer sock count. Woo! Jazz hands! And then I have a new cast on, not very much finished on this, but I am knitting the painting bricks. It's like a moustache. I moustache you a question. Anyway, this is going to be the painting bricks socks by Stephen West. So I started the cuff. I'm doing a 60 stitch count on this, and I'm going to be using my Blacklight collection for the bricks. How amazing is this gonna look? I'm super excited to be knitting with all of these colors. And there's a make along right now, and I'll talk a little bit more about Julianne Knitter and Twin Stitches Designs in shop news, but their Patreon group is having a ColourPop make along. So I'm super excited to enter these, and it's a 3-month make along, I believe. I'd like to also knit the painting bricks shawl. Whether or not I can do that in 3 months, I don't know. I just don't have a ton of knitting time. I almost said unfortunately, but it's not unfortunate because I'm dyeing a lot of yarn, so that's great. But yeah, this is the cake. This is Don't Fear the Reaper. It is my like solid black tonal, semi-solid, and then my blacklight collection. So those are the projects that I'm working on currently. I've been working on a lot of things in the dye studio, but it's a secret. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute too. So, not a lot of knitting. I did crank my husband a pair of socks on my sock machine, but I gave them to him right away, so I don't have them to show you. Okay, so giveaways. I have not heard from the giveaway winner from episode 24, so go back to episode 24, see if you're the winner, contact me at prettytwistedyarns@yahoo.com, email me your shipping details, and I will get that sent out to you. If I do not get a response in another week, I will pull again for the prize from that episode. I have a giveaway winner to announce. So, episode 25, this was my giveaway yarn. It is a one-of-a-kind neon gorgeousness dyed on my merino base, which is my 8515 superwash merino nylon. Super, super soft. Every skein comes with a yarn cuddle. Anyway, so the winner, if your name is Sue Mercer, you won a prize. Email me at prettytwistedyarns@yahoo.com and I will get this sent out to you. Congratulations! So for this episode, there's going to be another giveaway. All you have to do is just leave a comment down below. Any comment will do. Let me know what you're doing. Do you like these yarns? What are your knitting plans? Anything, doesn't matter. And this is the prize. So this is a colorway that I dyed for Pan Bang Knits, which is my local yarn store. And this was an exclusive colorway for a yarn crawl that I did for them. And this was an extra skein that I had. It's called Pan Banged Sunset. And it is dyed on my, gosh, this isn't showing up that well, but it's dyed on my Stardust base. I don't know why my lighting isn't good today. I gotta work on that. Like what? You can see it better back here. It has peaches and teals and greens with a lot of different speckles in it. Gosh, I wish you could see it better. Can you see it like this? How do you see it like this? I don't know. If I go like this, you can't. I'm trying to show you like these speckles. Maybe my lights are dumb. I don't know. Let's try it. Oh, that's a little bit better. Not really. Oh, there. Look at teeny little speckles. Sorry. Not that great at like doing stuff like this, but I'm learning, you guys. That's the important part, right? So, this is the giveaway skein. Leave a comment below if you'd like to win it and see it in person. Maybe if I open it up. I'm gonna figure out this lighting situation. Like I said, free yarn cuddles with every purchase. But maybe you can see like the speckles and stuff. Oh yeah, better. It's so pretty. Let me see if I can show any of it close up. Look at that patch right there. Anyway, so that's the giveaway skein. I'm really happy to be able to do giveaways. So yeah, that is the conclusion of the giveaway section. I had to set back up and record this little snippet because I forgot in the main video. Anyways, moving right along. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what is going to be happening at Pretty Twisted Yarns and some really exciting announcements and news. So, in May, I did my very first charity yarn. It was flipping amazing. I mean, I'm just small. I just have a tiny little platform. I'm not, you know, a big yarn dyer or whatever. But we raised, you and I, because I had a lot of just donations. I donated $5 for every skein of punky color that was sold to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Collectively, we raised $325, which might sound like a really small number, but every drop counts. That's one life that might have been saved by calling the hotline number. So that was super fun. I'm going to continue to do like charity yarn of the month. So for June, and this is a little bit of a correction from last episode because I changed my mind. For June, I am going to be donating $5 from every skein of I Would Tie-Dye For You to the Trevor Project, which I think is very fitting for June. I don't have a skein here to show you, so I will insert a picture here of I Would Tie-Dye For You. It is a color I dyed before last summer, and it's beautiful. And it goes, pre-orders are going to be live at the shop update June 9th, Friday, June 9th at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And I wanted to share a little bit about the Trevor Project. I'll leave a link down below. All the show notes will be down below, links, things that I talk about. So I'll leave a link to the Trevor Project website. Basically, it's a really great resource for allies of the LGBTQ community to learn how to educate ourselves as allies, and also for people who are, you know, transgender, gay. You can read all about that, but it is a really great resource for the LGBTQ community to seek love, acceptance, understanding, connect with other people who are seeking the same thing. And there is a lot to read if you are an ally to inform yourself onto, I guess, how to be a better ally. So the Trevor Project, that's the charity. This is the yarn, and those go, like I said, on pre-order tomorrow during the shop update. $5 of every skein I will donate toward the end. Oh, sorry, around July 1st. Like, it might not be right on the 1st, but it'll be around July 1st, and then I usually will just post like a transparency post of my donation. And when I put the listing live, I'll post on Instagram. So if you would like to just donate directly, you can go ahead and do that. So, moving right along, flip my page. Oh yes, another correction from last episode. I did say they were going to be ready to ship. I changed my mind. I'm going to do a very manageable number of pre-orders. That way you can pick the base that you want, because it's a very special yarn. The turnaround time, I'd say, would be about 2 to 3 weeks. And that kind of depends on order volume, right? And I give myself a little wiggle room just because, you know, life. But yeah, 2 to 3 weeks, those will be out. If you purchase that yarn with anything ready to ship, it will all ship together. So I just want you to know, be aware of that. I also added to my website, prettytwistedyarns.com, a sale section. I have some yarn that I have in that sale section for $20 a skein. No coupon code is required. And I'm just going to quickly show you what I have. So this was a collection that I did in spring in memory of Mimi, who is my grandmother. She passed away. Let me see if I can lower this a little bit so it's not so blown out. Apparently I cannot, maybe? So this is called Lovely Day. It's a really pretty spring green. And this was dyed, gosh, why are my labels, God, I'm such a kook. These are on my Stardust base. $20 a skein. There are 2 of them. So that's Lovely Day. And I also have some Lovely Day on a base that I no longer dye. I really loved it, but I didn't sell a lot. People weren't super interested in this base. But it is a merino silk base with a lovely sheen. So I also have 2 on my gloss base. 2 Lovely Day on my gloss base. $20 each. And the silk is, I mean, I love this base. It's very drapey. This would make a great like shawl or anything that you kind of want to be like a drapey. $20 a skein. I also have 1 skein of Bohemia, which is on my DK base. $20. And also on that merino silk gloss base, I have a colorway that was also from the Mimi Memories collection called I Will Always Love You. It is a beautiful pink. I mean, and you can see the drape in this yarn. It's just amazing. I really like it. It's a pretty tonal pink. That one's $20. So I also have a single skein of Unicorn Droppings. Unicorn Droppings was a sock set that I did, but for whatever reason I had an extra one on Stardust. So this skein of Unicorn Droppings, it's on my Stardust Sparkle base, which is hard to film. This is going to be in the sales section of the website tomorrow. All these speckles are neon. They will glow in the black light. So that's Unicorn Droppings. Oh, I Will Always Love You. There's 2. And then, this is a one-of-a-kind colorway. Cannot repeat it. Did not write it down. Also on my Stardust base, which shows better. The deeper colors, the sparkle shows up better. And I haven't labeled this one yet, but it's a one-of-a-kind. So that will be in the shop for $20. I have one more. This was a base that I ordered a single skein of to try. I'm not going to carry it. It's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon 4-ply. The merino, however, is 27 micron. And I'll kind of explain what that means a little bit here in a second. The lower the micron count in a wool, the finer and softer it is. The higher the micron count, it's a little bit more coarse. This is a 27 micron. So it's not scratchy, but it definitely is more of a workhorse yarn. It would make great socks. And just to kind of compare, like if you've ever felt my Lavish base, that's 19.5 micron, which is extra fine superwash merino. So it's a pretty big jump. It's not going to feel anything like any other yarn that I have in my shop because all my other yarn is 19.5 microns. This is 27, but it's beautiful. It would make an excellent pair of socks. $20. Go treat yourself. So I put a poll out on Instagram asking if anybody had questions for me to respond to in this video, and a pal of mine, who I haven't met in person, but she is Crafted by the Fates on Instagram, asked what's my favorite part about being a yarn dyer. And honestly, I love when I can go into my studio and just dye with reckless abandon, not write anything down, pick whatever dyes, and just kind of see what happens. The bad part about that is I then can't repeat it. So it's super frustrating, but once in a while you just gotta play. You just gotta play. Another favorite thing is to see what you guys are making with my yarn. So absolutely tag me on Instagram, which by the way, you can find me on Instagram as at Pretty Twisted Yarns. and tag me because I'd love to see what you guys are making. I love to share it on my stories and interact with you guys, you know, bring the social back to social media. So yeah, like just putting kits together and seeing what y'all buy and wondering, gosh, I wonder what this is gonna become. It's super exciting. That's my favorite thing about being a yarn dyer. My least favorite thing is cleaning up. It's probably not a surprise to anyone who knows me. So now I'm gonna move on to happenings, what's happening here at Pretty Twisted Yarns, and what is gonna be coming up. So excuse me if I look down at my notes because I'm going to try not to forget anything. So, Almost Famous. Most of those pre-orders went out. I'm waiting on a dye order, which is supposed to come tomorrow, Friday, that I'm out of. So those are all prepped and will be dyed this weekend and mailing out next week. So then all of the Almost Famous pre-orders will be out, and I probably won't be dyeing that colorway for a little while just so I can let my creative juices flow and come up with some new stuff. I also, y'all don't want to sleep on this. Okay, because I realized I didn't talk about it on my last episode, but I did on Instagram. I am, for the first time, doing a 13 Nights of Haunt Halloween countdown calendar. I have 6 left. So if you go to my website, they're on there. It's a pre-order. It will ship out in September. It is going to be 13 20-gram minis, each individually wrapped, to be opened starting October 19th and count down to Halloween. The theme is just Halloween. It's going to be a hodgepodge of Halloween colors. All of the Halloween colors. And I'm so excited to offer this because Halloween is my most favorite holiday. And Christmas too, because presents. And for the 13 Nights of Haunts, you can choose between my Lavish base, which is my Superwash Merino nylon, or my Stardust base, which is super sparkly. The choice is yours. And I'm saving myself one so we can open them together. I really want to do Vlogtober, so I might do that. I'm not sure. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is some crazy exciting news, you guys, that like I've known for a while. I think I've mentioned it, but the time is coming. Okay. On Instagram, if you don't already, you need to, but I'm sure you already know her, Julianne Knitter. She is the owner behind and designer behind Twin Stitches Designs. She has a Patreon that is amazing. I'm a member. I was a member in the past, and I had to cancel when my grandma was really sick just for financial reasons, but I have now rejoined. There's a Discord. They have make-alongs. Dude, the other day, there was a live with Stephen West talking about a ColourPop make-along that's coming up. So you know I'm going to be entering because color popping is all my thing. And recipes, book club, like it's amazing. Julie puts so much work. I don't even know how she does it. With twins, dude. But I was selected to be Dyer of the Month, one of the Dyers of the Month, for the month of July. The month of June, Woolen Vinyl, Sea Turtle Yarns. She's got some amazing dyers available for June. So if you haven't already become a member of her Patreon, I'll leave a link down below where you can do so. And we can connect on the Discord server that way too. Super fun. But the colorway that I dye for July is going to be a sock set. And you can only get it. It's exclusive to her Patreon members. So maybe go join. What else was I going to say about that? Yeah. So the colorway is dyed. Julie's seen it. She loves it. So I can't show it to you, but it's really, really pretty. Okay, you guys. So a little bit more shop update. I do have some ready to ship items that will be in my shop tomorrow. Again, Friday, June 9th at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Time. I have some ready to ship 20-gram Blacklight collection sets ready to ship. So I have one on my plump sock base, which is a high twist 8515 superwash merino nylon, and it is a 2-ply. It is lofty and luscious, and it's plumper than, as the name would imply, than like my lavish or my stardust base. There's less yardage because it's a little bit loftier. There's a little bit more like air in the yarn. Now, with these sets, you can also get them dyed to order on 100 gram skeins if you're knitting a bigger project. But basically, it is 7 skeins, and in the price is reflected that you get 1 skein for free, which is also true of the 100 gram set. So, a little bit of a, incentive there. So yeah, I have one on my plump base. I have one on my lavish base, which is by far my most popular base. I also have one ready to ship on my stardust base. Oh gosh, look at it on Don't Fear the Reaper. It shows up, on darker colors better. Like you can't hardly see it on here. In real life you can, just not like on film. So I have 3 of these sets ready to ship. And I also have 1 skein of Punky Power. Now, this is left over. I will donate $5 of this if this is sold to the Trevor Project. It's when I dye this colorway, I do 3 in a pan. And kind of like any recipe, like how much yarn fills the pan determines how the colorway comes out. So I can't dye just one of these. So this will be in my shop ready to ship. And I'm not going to be dyeing Punky Power again until next year. So when this is gone, that's it for Punky Power until next year, probably. Usually during the summer, I dye tonals and I kind of move on. And all of that happy horse shit. I think that's it. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to this channel. It means a lot to me. It helps me out so much. It helps YouTube know that my content is good. It should be seen. And follow me on Instagram. You can sign up for my newsletter to see all of the happenings here at Pretty Twisted Yarns. But I think for now that is all I have, you guys. At least that's all the notes I wrote down. Alright, well, I'm gonna go clean my house, knit, and prep yarn. Because that's basically all the things I do. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I will hopefully see you next week. I'm trying to do an episode a week. I can't promise that, but I'm gonna try. So you guys take care of yourselves and each other, and I will talk to you later. Bye!